The Cincinnati Bengals went out there against the Bears with their season on the line, and they go out there and they lose a game in which Joe Flacco has 2 touchdowns in the last 2 minutes of play. They take a 1-point lead, and then Colston Loveland, the tight end, just breaks 2 tackles, breaks the hearts of Bengals fans, maybe the spirit of the players, as Chase Brown says, "Get a fucking stop." And the Bengals, I agree with you, Chase Brown, they are the most frustrating team in the NFL. What's up, Bengal fans? Real quick, just wanted to show you guys my videos and my list. Here we go. This is the Lumia Sports Podcast. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoy the rest of the video. But if you go over to playlists, we have every single team marked out right here and all of our opinions. We do reviews and previews every week on each one of these teams. So let's find the Bengals. Here they are. And let's see just what we've thought of the Bengals so far this season, how right we've been or wrong. The Bengals suffered an insane choke to Jets. Got that one right. Saw that you guys were going to lose a shootout. Yep. Said that you were going to beat the Jets. Was wrong there. And I said Joe Flacco might have saved the season. Not the case up to this point. But he's trying his best. Now back to the video. For the Bengals, they now drop to 3-6. A truly devastating loss. We're almost at tankathon. I won't say that quite yet. I don't want them to be in tank mode. I love this offense. I really do. It's a great story. But right now they're in 11th place in the conference at 3-6. And the problem is that the Chiefs are also there vying for playoff seeding. I wouldn't even mind being behind the Texans or the Ravens at this point, knowing that you still play the Ravens, or even the Jags, because you have beaten the Jags. So if you look at the 7 seed, there's the Jags. You can catch them. To me, it's going to be the Chiefs and Chargers, and the Chiefs being the 8th seed right now is huge. So you may still be in that position where you can, however, there, you know what I mean, catch the division. There's a huge chance there, and that might be the only chance for the Bengals as we look at it. In the division race right now, they are just a little bit behind the Pittsburgh Steelers, who are 5-3, not a little bit behind, about 2.5 games behind. Sorry, I'm trying to be nice, Bengals fans. I know you're going through some tough times, but they are also now a half game back of the Ravens, which is tough. But they are 2-0 in the division, including a win over the Steelers. I believe they got one of their Browns wins out of the way, though. Not what you want to see at this point. And yeah, let's just take a look at that schedule, see how we got here, and see if the Bengals can do something, man. I mean, yep, they beat the Browns. I forgot. They beat the Browns by 1. Yikes. To start the year, they did beat the Jags, like we mentioned. Lost to Denver. Luckily, that doesn't impact them. I mean, you lose to the Lions, the Packers. That's tough. But then these last 2 weeks, those Jets and Bears games, those might just be killers. When you look at them going for the playoffs. Down the stretch, you get the Steelers. Yikes. Patriots. Double yikes. Ravens twice with Lamar. Bills. Ugh. All of that. Right after, now you do get a bye week this week, so you get time to lick your wounds. But you really, really, really wanted to be 5-4 heading into that. 4-5 would have been cool. You were supposed to beat the Jets, specifically after what Flacco has been looking like and what he looked like against the Steelers. But now you got that 5-game stretch. And then Dolphins, Cardinals, Browns. You can end that with 3 games. Joe coming back eventually. Joe Burrow, that is. But at this point, you got to say, I'm not sure if Joe Burrow is even what can he do with what's going on here. And in our new segment, comment of the day, we have an exciting comment. It is nothing from nobody. Boom, 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 bam. Bengal fans, wake up. Give us some comments, and we will give you a shout out on our next pod. But yeah, this defense is frustrating. They're awful, man. They're awful. They're soft. They get run on. They don't tackle with their hands. They try to tackle with their heads, and they don't use their heads to make plays. They use their arms to grab people. There's actually a play early in the game. They get a kick return touchdown to start. They're supposed to get a 3-and-out, and then they just get illegal contact. And it seems like at points throughout the year that they can kind of get in a little rhythm defensively and play a little bit better. But if anything goes wrong, it just all spirals really, really badly. We know they fired Lou Anarumo for Al Golden, who was a good college defensive coordinator from Notre Dame. They were hoping to kind of get some of the magic that the Packers got with their defensive coordinator that they got from Boston College. Not the case. And Lou Anarumo, even though the Colts defense isn't great, it's better than the Bengals because, I mean, every defense is better. Almost every defense all time is better than this Bengals defense. On the what's it called? They get a 4th and 1. It's still early. I'm talking about 7-7, and you just get it's a Philly special, which is, for those who don't know, you get Caleb calling a play, then pitching. I don't know how you don't freaking know that, but I'll explain it anyway. You get Caleb running to the right, pitching it backwards, and then it ends up being kind of a double reverse play. So DJ Moore gets it coming around and throws it to Caleb. I don't know what the defensive end is doing. He started rushing sideways on 4th and inches. He's just supposed to stay up the field there. I used to play the end in Pee Wee League, and that's what they told us. The first thing they teach you, man. You just stay outside. You don't let anyone break your contain. I know it's the NFL and yada, yada, but that was a ridiculously bad play, and they're all bad plays. I mean, they allowed 283 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns. Brenton Brown started cooking them after Montague, he's a rookie, but he has a career high 180 yards rushing. Obviously, I don't think he's broken 100 all year. Now, he's normally a backup to Swift, but still, the point remains, and it was against a backup running back. And I honestly don't even want to talk about these guys. I really don't want to talk about this defense because they're just ruining everything. But they suck, and they're 32nd in points allowed. They're 32nd in run defense, allowing. By the way, they allow 33 points a game. They only had to let up 41 this game, and it would have been fine. 32nd in rush defense, 166. 31st in pass defense with 260. They get no pressure, even though they signed. Oh my gosh, I'm forgetting his name, but starts with an H. Hendrickson, who led the league in sacks last year. He's doing none of that this year. Murphy hasn't made an impact. Again, without Lou, the defense just looks confused out there, and it sucks, man. And yeah, I mean, this is what happens, unfortunately. Sorry, Bengals fans. This is what happens when your owner's cheap. I saw Jesse Bates get a pick yesterday. I'm like, they could definitely have used that. They could have just paid for him. I know they had some linebackers. I know Logan Wilson was dropped, but they had other linebackers, other players. Atkins was one that they let go. And it's just like, all right, here we are. We paid the wide receivers, and they keep scoring, and it just doesn't matter because, you pay the wide receivers to get out of having to pay defenders. But that was just tough. And the last play, we didn't even talk about it, but Loveland, that play, they don't have to deflect the ball there. They just have to tackle. It's 25 seconds left, no timeouts. He caught the ball in the 50. He ran. Let's say you tackle him after 10 yards. You get him the ball in the 40. After he scored, there were 17 seconds left. So let's say you come up and spike. We'll give you some time for him not running down the extra 40 yards. But spiking takes a while. You get like 10 seconds. 10 seconds left on the clock. I think that's being, honestly, a little generous with how the Bears organizationally run plays. But let's say that happens. It's just you go and you get a quick out because the defense sucks. Let's say you get a 15-yard out route. That's still a 42-yard field goal in a tough condition in which, we saw kickers all yesterday missing extra points, missing field goals. It was really windy outside. Everyone says, kickers can hit it from this far. Yes, but can they hit it accurately through the wind? We saw McPherson miss from 54. which was huge. But he did miss a 54-yard kick short. It just sucks, man. It sucks that the Bengals offense has to deal with this because offensively they're amazing. I mean, Joe Flacco, 470 yards, 4 touchdowns. They showed he's only the third quarterback over 40 to ever have 400 yards. I know Brady was one of them. I forget the second one. Our Ravens big Flacco guy in our chat, shout out Jacob, he said that that Joe Flacco should be in the Hall of Fame after this. I don't know about all that. T. Higgins, 121 yards, 2 touchdowns, just making amazing catches, just jumping over people, making spectacular plays. Now the Bears defense not good at all. They're very bad too. 28th and that's what it looked like. 2 bad defenses. 25th pass defense, 25th in run defense. Flacco did have an interception down there that you don't want, but meaning the game was literally all on him. But the 2 touchdowns under 2 minutes was amazing. You get an onside kick. He goes down, scores it. Tough throw to Isafas, whatever his name is. You guys know what I'm talking about. 80. I think someone got hurt. Higgins got hurt toward the end of this game. Hopefully he's okay. But they end up still being able to move the ball. Even though this game they couldn't run the ball, they were just amazing throwing it. You get a kick return touchdown to start the game. Let me get this guy's name because that play could have been huge, but it's sad and it sucks because for the Bengals, it's like I can't even can't even have fun. Like, oh, is Burrow like a system guy? I can't even do that because who cares? Who cares? Who gives a shit? Like, this defense is terrible. It's just, and we say this all the time. It's so much. The defense was just average, but like we said that about the Cowboys, and we've seen kind of how the Cowboys have like descended. The Bengals offense seems to be getting better every week with Joe Flacco. He just got there, and if Higgins and Chase are there, they seem to be getting better every week, and it's just like the defense just gets worse every week. So I was watching some TV. I saw Greg Jennings say maybe just practice your starters against these guys, give them better reps. I don't know. They got to do something, though, because it's insane. It's insane out there. Flacco also did have a fumble. I mean, he had, I would say, 2 real turnovers. He ended up with 3 because on the Hail Mary, he threw it short and he got picked. But he ended up with 2 real turnovers. You can't do that. But, my God, I mean, he'd also score 42 points. So that's just me talking. Who cares? And Charlie Jones had that big kick return for a touchdown. Shout out Charlie Jones. But yeah, man, Bengals fans, I really feel for you guys. This has got to be like super frustrating, man. I mean, you're coming into the season expecting your team to be better, hoping that the defensive changes would have helped with the DN that you drafted, Miles Murphy, and the new coach on defense. And Miles Murphy actually had 7 tackles, but he doesn't get any quarterback pressures. And it's just it's a bummer. Can't lie to you guys. It's a real bummer out there. And for the Bengals, like, I don't know. I mean, the whole point was, all right, we play good enough, we get Joe back. Now it's like, not only is your defense getting worse, but gotta be honest, like, could Joe play any better than this? No one. You can't really play much better than what Flacco's doing out here, given the circumstances. And for the Bengals, I mean, coming up, you know what I mean? You get that bye week, so just take the bye week. I don't even know what to say. It's like sometimes there's fixable issues, but now we're at week 10, and if your defense is just soft, I just don't think that's a fixable issue. And then you get the Steelers coming off, so take your bye, go out, try to sweep the Steelers. You sweep the Steelers. I got you, Bengals fans. You sweep the Steelers. You're only a game and a half out with the tiebreaker over the Steelers and 2 games against the Ravens remaining, and the Ravens can be got. So we'll see what happens with this Bengals team. We'll see if the defense can show any pulse going forward. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please watch some of the other videos on the site. I've created a playlist with each and every football team, and every week we will be going over those games. I'm really loving this, enjoying it, and hoping you guys are as well. Of course, like, subscribe, and if anyone wants to sponsor, we're looking for Lumia Sports Productions is looking for sponsors. Shout us out. We will shout you out during the video. Thank you guys again for watching. Have a great day. Enjoy.